This is Inside BS Show number 765. I'm Dave Lorenzo, the godfather of growth, and we are live today on LinkedIn. Hey now, welcome to the Inside BS Show, and today, April Fool's Day, is the first time this fool is ever live on LinkedIn. So if you're joining us here on LinkedIn at 11 a.m. April 1st, 2025, welcome to a historic event for us here at the Inside BS Show. We've done 764 podcast episodes before. We've never done one live. We've never done one live anywhere. Doing it live on LinkedIn today for the very first time. So you may be thinking to yourself, okay, Dave, so what's the deal? Why go live on LinkedIn? There's a number of reasons. And the first reason is the entire subject, the entire topic of our podcast episode today, and that's innovation. You know, innovation, experimentation is not just for the bedroom. It's also for work. See what I did there? It's also for what you do as an entrepreneur. Here's the thing. You have to innovate faster than people can copy you. There are thousands of people out there who profess to give business advice, and tens of thousands of people out there who give advice on growth strategy, business growth strategy, but there are very few people who are doing daily podcast episodes who are giving you business advice and business growth strategy, and there are even fewer people than that who are willing to do it live, especially on a platform like LinkedIn, where you're flying without a net, exposing yourself to whatever could possibly happen. So 11 a.m. Eastern Time right here today, we are launching a LinkedIn live show for you. Now, I can't guarantee we're going to do it at the same day and same time every week, every month. We are going to experiment and see what works best. So what you can expect over the next 4 weeks is me to go live at all different times. Sometimes I will be doing unique content to LinkedIn. Sometimes I'll be doing my podcast show like I'm doing today and sharing it with you live here. We're going to try and do interviews with guests. I'm going to bring Nikki G on. She and I are going to do interviews live here for you and with you. And then we're going to up the ante even further. We're going to take it remote. We're going to go to sites, conventions, conferences, all sorts of venues, try and do them live as well. The reason for doing this is not just for innovation purposes for our business, it's to reach more people. Our mission at Exit Success Lab, our company, is to help business owners grow from 1 million all the way through past the $10 million mark. And we do this in segments. We work with business owners who are going from 1 million to 5 million, and we help them with our proprietary process, and we take them through that barrier in 18 months. Then from 5 to 10 million, we get them through that barrier in 18 months. $10 million plus is like our graduate school version. We work with some of our best clients in this area, and we help them prepare their business so that it acts like an investment. They can not only work on their business instead of in their business. Thank you, Michael Gerber. They can step back and treat their business as if it were an investment that provides dividends in the form of distributions, accrues value over time, and they can sell it if they want to. But our focus for these $10 million and up businesses is to give them the most options when they're ready to exit. So if you're a $1 million to $5 million business, we got a program for you. 5 to 10, we got a program for you. 10 plus, we got a program for you. If you're less than $1 million or you're any one of those folks I just mentioned, that's what this is all about. That's why we do the Inside BS podcast. That's why I produce awesome content on my YouTube channel. And that's why we're here on LinkedIn doing this live for you. So our innovation comes at an opportune time for you and I to be having this conversation because you're ready to grow and I'm ready to help you. Let's talk a little bit about one of the factors that plays a big role in your potential growth, and that's redundancy. I am a freak for redundancy. I have here, you'll see on my desk, 2 phones, right? I get made fun of a lot for the old school flip phone, but this is your number one productivity device if you're a CEO or you're an entrepreneur. I'll get into that in another show. Both of these phones, 2 different phone services, AT&T, Verizon. Why do I have 2 different phone services? One of them goes down, I've got a backup. I'm in an area without a signal, I've got a backup. Both of these phone systems are routed through a service that allows me to, when I choose and when we announce it, I can record the calls. We let the other party know we're recording them. Why do I do that? So I don't have to take notes. And for the purposes of redundancy, I want to make sure I didn't miss something that I should have heard if it's an important phone call. So redundancy with our phone systems, redundancy in our note-taking strategies in the studio. I've got redundancy as well. I have 2 different fiber optic internet connections that come into the studio, one from AT&T, one from Comcast. One goes down, I have a backup. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, Dave, well, you live in the center of the hurricane universe. What are you doing about that? Well, all of my systems here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monitors, all backed up on uninterruptible power supplies, each on their own uninterruptible power supplies. They each give me separately 20 minutes to power down the systems that I'm working on if the power goes out. The power goes out in the whole place, I got a backup generator, kicks in, gives me plenty of time to shut things down. Why do I have this? This is where I work. This is where I deliver value to my clients. It's where I deliver value to the people who are paying me, to the people who help put food on my table. I can't take a chance. If you're working with someone and their service is critical to you, you need to ask them, what are your redundant features? What are the redundant features of your service? What have you got to make sure you can always deliver? I give speeches all over the country. 2 years ago, did 70 speeches all over the United States. I have to be somewhere in 24 hours in order to give a speech. You know what I do? I book a flight and I book a fully refundable backup flight on a different airline. Why do I do that? One airline's computer system goes down. I got a backup. When I'm getting on the plane, if I'm sure the plane's going to take off, I cancel the fully refundable flight. Sometimes you can even, and I don't advocate this, but you can even no-show on that fully refundable flight and book another flight on that airline in the future. So redundancy is critical. It's an insurance policy for you in delivering, and here's what I will promise you. It will save you when you least expect it, but the most important thing is your clients will think to themselves, this person has really thought everything through. And if you're in business today and you need any competitive advantage you can get, if you've built in redundancy and you share the redundancy that you've built into your business with your clients, and they perceive you as someone who's thought things through, that's a huge competitive advantage for you. So what have we learned today in the last 8 minutes and 49 seconds? Well, we've learned 3 things. We've learned that innovation is what is necessary for you to maintain a competitive advantage. We've learned that redundancy is also a competitive advantage if you highlight it and you promote it with your client. And the third thing we learned is that we can do a live stream on LinkedIn, and we can do it while creating a podcast episode. This is show 765 of the Inside BS Show. If you're just finding out that I've done 764 other shows here on LinkedIn, why not go where you get podcasts and look up the Inside BS Show and hit that follow button. We're here every day with great shows for you. My name is Dave Lorenzo. I am the godfather of growth. I'll be back here tomorrow on the podcast at 6 a.m. We drop a brand new show every day at 6 a.m. And look for me to pop up on LinkedIn Live when you least expect it during the month of April as we settle in to a regular schedule. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Dave Lorenzo, the godfather of growth, and here's hoping you make a great living and live a great life. Thanks for listening to this edition of the Inside BS Show. My name is Dave Lorenzo. If you'd like to apply to be a part of our community, please join us by completing your application directly with me on the phone. You can call me at 786-436-1986, 786-436-1986. I can't wait to speak with you. Join us by calling me today.